Hello everyone, welcome back to online lecture series on applied thermodynamics. We are continuing our topic of fundamentals of compressible flow. So here in our previous lecture we have studied about velocity of sound for an isothermal process, that is over here. P by rho is equal to constant, and here we found that the velocity of sound for an isothermal process is square root of RT. And similarly, we derived velocity of sound for an adiabatic process, that is, the value is C is equal to square root of KRT. Then we discussed about Mach number, that is the ratio of square root of inertia force to elastic force. And we found that the Mach number is ratio of velocity of sound of fluid to velocity of fluid divided by velocity of sound in that fluid. Then we classified the fluid flow based on the Mach number, that is subsonic flow, sonic flow and supersonic flow. Subsonic means a Mach number less than 1, sonic means Mach number equal to 1, and supersonic means Mach number is greater than 1. So these are the things that we have discussed in our previous lecture. Now let's move forward with our new topic. Propagation of pressure waves in a compressible fluid. So that is our today's topic, and hopefully we will be able to finish this entire topic today itself. Now let's discuss about the propagation of pressure waves. So whenever any disturbance is created in a compressible fluid, then the pressure waves spread in all directions. They are propagated in all directions, and due to this disturbance, the nature of pressure waves depends on the Mach number. So, and the speed with which the pressure wave moves or travels is equal to the speed of sound. So here we will be discussing about two things. See, if we recall our points, that Mach number is ratio of velocity of fluid to the velocity of sound. So here we will be discussing one by one. Here we will say V is equal to velocity of projectile. And C is equal to velocity of pressure wave or a disturbance created in fluid. So let's discuss that let's randomly discuss first, roughly discuss that. Let's say Mach number is less than 1. Then if Mach number is less than 1, let's make a small table here. Okay, here Mach number and the relation between V and C. So let's say the Mach number is less than 1, then we can say that velocity of projectile is less than the velocity of speed of velocity of sound. Then let's say it is equal to 1, then V is equal to C, and let's say it is greater than 1, then V is greater than C. That is, the velocity of projectile will be greater than the velocity of sound. Now let's discuss our first case here. The first case is m greater than 1. We need to keep it m less than 1. So here as I told you that this is the case when V is less than C. So this is actually a case of subsonic flow. So we will be taking one figure for better understanding of this. So let's say that here this is the location A, we need to reduce the length here, and this is the location B. At the same time, the location A is called, let us say, 4. So there are two names here, A and 4, for the same point. And let us say that the projectile is traveling from A to B, and here there will be point number 3, 2 and 1. So here we are having this as point 3, point 2 and point 1. So let us say that the projectile is traveling from point number A to point number B, or from 4 to B. And one more thing is here, that the distance A to B, is, let's say, 4, is equal to 4. That is, this each distance, that is from 4 to 3 is 1 unit, 3 to 2 is 1 unit, 2 to 1 is 1 unit, and 1 to B is 1 unit. And as we have m less than 1, so let us say that the value of m, let us define the value of m to be equal to 1 by 2. Then here V upon C is equal to 1 upon 2. So the value of V will be equal to C upon 2. Then here we will define V is equal to 1 unit and C is equal to 2 units. That is quite obvious from this figure. So let us say that as the distance between A to B is 4 here, so the distance that is traveled by projectile from A to B is equal to 4 unit, and in this time frame the distance traveled by the pressure wave is equal to pressure wave in 4 seconds. Is equal to the speed into time. So it has to be, speed will be c and time is 4, so it should be 2 into 4 is equal to 8. So the pressure wave will travel by 8 units. So what is going to happen here is the pressure wave travels in all directions. So by taking a center over A, by taking a center over here, the region of pressure wave will be this one, like this, from A to B. Now similarly, suppose now the projectile is at point number 3. So from point number 3 to B, point 3 to B. So the total distance between 3 to B is 3 units. 3 to B is 3 units. So by applying the same logic that is done over here, then the distance traveled by pressure wave. So for this case, the pressure wave will travel through 6 units. So whenever the projectile is at point number 3, it will propagate with a region having a circle of 6 units. That is, by taking a center as point number 3, it will travel in this way till 6 units. Then from 2 to B, will be again, you can see it will be 2 units, because here in 2 seconds it will travel from 2 to B. So as V is 1 unit, the distance will be 2 units, and for 2 to B the pressure wave have the value of radius of 4 units. So from point number 2, by taking a center of point number 2, it will have in this way, and at last let us say that projectile is at point number 1 and it is traveling from 1 to B. So again 1 to B is equal to 1 unit. Then for this case also, the pressure wave will travel through a circle of 2 units. It will propagate in all directions. So in such case, by taking a center of 1, it will pass through this. So this is the case of Mach number being less than 1 and a subsonic flow. So in this way, when the projectile moves from A to B, the pressure wave would have moved through this blue circle, blue region. From 3 to B, when projectile travels from 3 to B, the pressure wave would have spread or propagated through this pink circle, and the same logic applies to this green circle and orange circle as it moves closer towards point B. Now let's take the second case here. Okay, so we can first copy this part. So we are done with this, the first case, that is now let's move forward with second case, that is Mach number equal to 1, that is V is equal to C, that is sonic flow. So in such case, let us start with m is equal to 1, so V upon C is equal to 1. So we will have, let us say, V is equal to 1 unit. So C will be equal to 1 unit. So again we will have let's discuss this, that here we are having A to B distance, four. So again we will denote this as point number 4, then this will be point number 3, 2, 1. So the distance, the E to B is total 4 units, and E to 3 will be 1 unit, 3 to 2 will be 1 unit, 2 to 1 unit, and 1 to B will also be 1 unit. So when A is equal to A to, when the, let us say the distance traveled by projectile in 4 seconds, then it will be equal to V into 4. As I have told you that the unit of V is 1 cross 4, so it will be 4 units. Similarly, distance traveled by pressure wave in 4 seconds is equal to c into 4. So again it will be 1 into 4. Why 1 into 4? Because the value of c is also 1 because of Mach number being 1. So this will also be 4 units. So we can draw it in this way. Almost like this. So similarly what we can do, if you see this entire discussion that we have done is for point A to B, or from point 4 to B. The same can be done for 3 to B. So for 3 to B it will be, the time will be 3 seconds, the distance by projectile will be 3 units, and by the pressure wave will also be 3 units. So it will be like this. The next will be, again you must have understood, from 2 to B it will be 2 units, like this, and from 1 to B will be of 1 unit, like this. Okay, so this thing we have already done now. So let's copy this work into our main slides. Still we are left with the third case, that is Mach number being greater than 1 and supersonic flow. So we have to end this lecture now because we don't have sufficient time to go into supersonic flow case. So in today's lecture we have started with propagation of pressure wave in compressible fluid. We have discussed about subsonic flow and supersonic flow, and in next lecture we will continue with supersonic flow. Thank you for watching this video.